get a little bit confusing if there's too many. So this is the first scene. So I'm just going to add in something down here. This is a little bit messy here because this is used in all of our games, and I've not deleted all of these comments out. It doesn't matter so much, to be honest. There we go, just to make that a little bit tidier. So probably the best way to do it is to use a player preference. A player pref, basically stores data between scenes, and it stores it permanently as well. It's persistent data. So, for example, if you want to save the player's score, for example, they turn off the application, they close it down, and then they come back to it later. You want to be able to see that data again. You want to grab it. So you need something that's saved to the drive, flash drive, whatever it is inside of an Android or an iPhone. And player prefs is the way to do that. So what I'm going to do is just going to set an integer. So probably just say let me think. Okay, so let's just say the logo scene was just opened. And then set that to 1, meaning true. And so this is checked inside of the main menu scene. Let's see if the player came from, see if the player just came from the logo scene. Because the logo scene comes first, and then it's the menu scene, and then it loops around the game in the menu scene. But the logo scene is never used again, so we can set this here, and it won't get changed. So this is checked inside of the main menu scene to see if the player just came from the logo scene. Okay. All right. So, okay. Logo scene was just opened. That's fine. So let's just go back in. It'll do a quick script check here on the bottom right to see if there's any errors. I don't think there should be. And then what I want to do is basically find the main menu. No, sorry, I clicked the wrong one. And then inside of the general scripts folder, which is this one here, I want to check this in awake. So if I just go down and we want to get the integer this time, we want to get it. So not set it, because we've already set it. Equals, let me think. I'm just considering the best way to actually do this. The animation should be kind of fast forwarded or played to the end. The X and the plane should be played towards the end. So I'm just thinking the best way to do that is to stop the animation, perhaps. Maybe. Okay. Let me just think about this. Sorry, this is kind of me thinking on camera. I hope this isn't boring the hell out of everybody. But you can kind of see the development process and the challenges and the kind of problem solving that's required, especially on the coding side. So play press again. Logo scene was just opened equals 0. Not sure if this is going to work. Actually, if it was 1, then this will be processed the first time. But then we want to basically say set in 0 because we're going to process the code here. Now what we want to do is I want to get the white plane, which is held inside of this game object here. And I'm going to call this red cross file 1, We'll just call this Red Cross Bar 2. Renaming like this doesn't matter. There's no problem in just changing names like this. It's not referenced anywhere in the scripts. So let's just get this white plane. And what we're going to do is set it to a game object. And what I'm going to do is grab the red bar cross 1 and 2. And the reason is that I want to get these so that we can basically change or delete them before, when the scene starts, or don't delete them depending on whether the player came from the logo scene or not. So I think if the logo scene was just opened, i.e. the player just came from the logo scene, then we want to we do want to play it, which is fine. We can leave it. Else meaning we didn't come from the logo scene. We want to basically the white plane. I just want to make this not appear, so I'm going to use set active recursively false, and I'm going to get the red animation dot stop, and I think this should basically stop the animation from playing and make it back to the start. I think I'll have to double check this one actually. So let me just check the logic here. So if we just came from the logo scene, it was opened, which is set to true here, which is what we want. If it's come in, then we want to set it to 0 immediately after, because we're never going to come back to the logo scene. We're always going to come from the main game scene, unless the game was reopened again, closed down and then reopened. If we come from the logo scene, then just let the plane fade and let the crosses do their animation. If we've not come from it, else, in this case, then do this code, which is we're removing the white plane, the red cross is the animation, we're basically just stopping them from doing the animation. I think that should work. I think we need to test it. So let's test and see how we go. Because like I say, I don't want this to appear every single time the player comes in, because this is an 8-second animation, and it's more of a coming into the game for the first time animation. So let's go to the logo scene. Let's go play. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that works fine. Play. Oh, I've not assigned the references, of course, yeah, silly. Sorry, I always forget to do this. Clear. Main menu. What we've got to do is drag the references in, because we said that, hey, we want the white plane and the red cross, the red crosses, but we didn't set it. So, oh crap. Okay, white plane, yes. Red bar 1, cross 1. Okay, that's fine. Save that. Go back into the logo scene so that we can run it again. All right, play. And this should work fine. Fingers crossed. It should work fine. Okay, this seems to be okay. Just come from the logo scene. Yes, correct. Play. Come back. There we go. Okay, yeah, that's right. And then if we actually go into the game, okay, I won't make it game. I'll wait for game over. I'll just go back. There we go, and that works fine. So let's say that the game was closed down. The game was turned off. Click play again. That initial player pref gets set, and then so it should show this time. Okay, and there we go. Great, so that worked well. You know, so I'm going to cut the video there, guys, but you know, The player prefs are very, very useful in terms of like keeping persistent data between levels, between scenes. There's two ways to do that. You can basically use player prefs, or you can use a game object that doesn't get destroyed between levels, because whenever a new level starts, all of the objects inside of that scene by default will get destroyed, like the artwork, the scripts, anything that's inside of the scene at that point, so it frees up the memory. But player prefs are a great way to keep persistent data between scenes, and also when the game is turned off. So I use them quite a lot for a variety of things. So if any of the Unity developers out there, you need some advice or anything on how to use player prefs or anything that you've seen in this video so far, then please drop me a comment. Subscribe to us, and we hope that you're enjoying this series so far and the other tutorials. But stay tuned, more is coming soon. So happy developing, everyone. Bye bye.